So I've got, I have a list. So
Let's hear it.
How much time we have?
Sure.
Whatever we have time for. So he has like fencer activity. So like if there is like a handyman, like my neighbor's handyman in his backyard, I like let my dog out and he just charges the fence.
Yep.
You know, scares the guy. So he'll bark at people, dogs, the mailman. Also, like anytime I let him out in the backyard, like first thing in the morning, I notice that he'll like go to certain spots and just like let out a big bark and then run to the other spot, a big bark. And the spots he checks are like where we have like some wildlife coming under the fence, rabbits and raccoons. And then also like a front door reactivity. So like if somebody knocks on the door, he sort of like explodes at the door.
Sure.
And if it's somebody he knows, he'll calm down. But if it's, you know, it's kind of awkward when it's somebody new to the house.
Sure.
You know, because I have to like hold him back for a minute.
Yep.
While he calms down. He's got like a little bit of leash reactivity. I've had this problem in my neighborhood recently with off-leash dogs. We've been charged by 4 off-leash dogs recently, all different dogs.
Yeah.
And so now when I take him out on a walk, like if he sees another dog, he sort of like gets low, head low, body low, and he stares. And then like if we ran into an off-leash dog, like in the distance, and he just puts the brakes on and he just won't go any farther. So I just turned around and went the other way. We need some help with like leash skills. So I use a prong collar when I walk him, and like I find that if I give him like in an inch, then I'm like fighting him like the entire rest of the walk.
Yep.
And I give him sniff breaks because that's like his favorite thing to do. But then I try to like put him back into heel.
Yep.
So just like I guess more consistency with that.
Yep.
Meeting new dogs. So he is really good with dogs that he knows. Likes to play with them. But whenever he meets a new dog, it's very like tense. You know, like his fur will go up and his body language will be tense. And so I'm not sure like if how he's reacting is okay or if it's something that I need to interrupt. And then so I have an e-collar. It's a dog to arc.
Yep.
I've never used it for him, so like e-collar conditioning is something that I would like to do. So I crate him when I'm not home. Yep. And it's because if I leave him out, he will eat, he'll chew on whatever I touched last.
Sure.
I'll like come home and I'll find everything I touched before work, like in a pile in the living room.
Sure.
So I crate him for his own safety, but if possible, like I would like to be able to like leave him, let him have like the run of the house while I'm gone. Would be nice, but if not, like he's okay with me.
Well, so what I would say is let's focus on the other things first here. Like, as far as leaving your dog out unattended, like that's kind of like long-term goal, I always say. Like, even my dogs, like when I leave the house, I crate them still when I leave. Not because they wouldn't be fine if I left them out, but just like, I don't want to come home and have my stuff chewed up randomly. You know what I mean? Like, it's one of those things where I look at stuff like that. It's like, it's not about if it's going to happen. It's usually about when it's going to happen. Because at some point, your dog's going to get interested in something and get into it. And I look at like any number of things in my house could like kill my dog if they got into it. And I just don't want to take the chance with that. Yeah. So we could obviously work towards that goal, but let's focus on the other things first. Because if we don't have him under control when we're present, right, fully present, well, when you're not there, he's just going to keep doing whatever he wants to do. You know what I mean? Okay.
Yeah, and he had to have surgery to remove some plastic toy that he had.
Yeah, I don't want to have to do that either.
From daycare.
I don't have the money for that.
Yeah, so
yeah.
Just correct him for his own safety. So would I also correct him if he's like chasing wildlife in the backyard?
Sure can. Yeah. So
I wonder if, I don't know if it's related.
Yeah, it for sure can be, right? Because again, it's the act of them like rehearsing an unwanted like impulse, like a hide excuse me, adrenalized behavior, because that act of him chasing down that wildlife and stuff like that isn't much different from the fence. The only difference is there's something in between him and the thing he's trying to chase. You know what I mean? So yeah, it can help you gain a lot of leverage, right? All that kind of stuff, like dog training in general is all about like gaining leverage so that for the bigger situations, like I have more control, right? If you could keep them from getting all the way to a 10 and like all these other situations in your day-to-day, when you run into those, you know, big situations where it's even harder, you're gonna have a lot more control.
Yeah, but it's with new dogs. And then, like, I don't take him to dog parks anymore, but when I did, he would, like, go up to every single dog that comes in, like, to the gate.
Yeah.
And is, like basically, like, greeting them all at the gate, but, like,
Sure.
not, and he was, like...
Kind of intensely. Yeah. Gonna let your other one out?
He'll get growly if dog try to like pump him or anything.
Aww. Yeah, that's right.
There we go, and walk away. Let him out, you can.
She hates these ones. Sunshades.
Yeah.
I guess so, like that is what it...
Yeah.
That's okay.
No, it's totally fine. Just comes down to understanding like your dog's play style and stuff too with things, right? Some dogs are a lot more like forward and pushy like that, where some are a little bit more submissive and like roll over and, you know, bounce around and stuff. So, and that's why, you know, again, we're using the muzzle in this situation because we can let that kind of work out and see what it turns into.